Hello, welcome to our hamstring video. This is one video in what will be a number of different videos about hamstrings, and these are all part of our leg strengthening focus, which when we strengthen our legs, we help ourselves improve our balance and our stability and ultimately help reduce our risk of falls. So this is our goal. This is what we're here for. So for the video today, it's going to be a short video. I just have one standing exercise along with a stretch that you can do with it, and you'll just need a chair. And if you need to grab a chair, go ahead and grab one and then come on back and we'll get started. Hello friends, we are working on our hamstrings today. So the hamstrings, the hammies, these big muscles through the back of the leg here, they're so important for strength and overall stability as we think about our balance and improving our balance. So we're going to get started. I like to visualize, have a chair, have one that's stable. Mine has wheels so I can move it around easily for demonstration. Have something stable that's not going to move that you can hold on to. We're going to face the chair. I like to imagine, I use a lot of visualization techniques. It helps me kind of get my body moving how it needs to move, and helps me as I'm teaching others to do the same thing. So imagine your foot is a brush, like a paintbrush. Okay, it's going to brush up. Let's bring our knees close together first of all. So our knees are close together, hands are on the chair, and we're going to brush one foot like it's a paintbrush brushing off of the floor. The toes are the last thing to brush up, and then we squeeze our heel up toward the derriere, as we call it in the dance world, and back down. Good. And then we'll brush it up again and give it a nice squeeze up toward the bottom, and back down. And up. I danced for many years, and the things you remember, and down. I remember when I was little, I just thought that was the funniest thing. My teacher would call it the derriere. So squeezing the heel up toward the derriere and back down. Good. Let's do one more and then we'll switch to the other side. Up and down. Good. Let's switch to the other side. So our knees start out close-ish together. They don't have to be touching, but close-ish together. We're going to brush the foot up. We want to leave the knees in as much of a line with each other as we can. So squeeze that heel up toward the bottom and then we release it back down. Good. Let's exhale it up. Trying to keep the knees together and back down. Good. Let's do two more. And down. As always, our goal is 8 to 10 on each side. So we've done about 5 on each side. We're going to take just a little break and stretch the back of the legs out here. Remember, always stretch after you do any kind of strength building exercise. So I do have stretching videos available. I will give you just a basic stretch to do at the end of this one as well. Okay, all right, so here we go. This time let's just do 3 on each side. Since we did about 5, we'll aim for 8 total today. So let's brush it up, really give that heel a squeeze up toward the bottom and down. You most likely will feel this. Most people I teach feel this when they do it through the back of the leg here. If you don't feel it, keep at it. Okay, sometimes it takes those muscles several times. Go ahead and switch legs. Several times to really engage, not to engage, they're engaging the whole time, but really to start to build that strength so that you can really start to feel it. So if you don't feel it, keep going. You'll feel it eventually. All right, here we go. One more big squeeze, heel to bottom and release. Good. So we're going to stretch that out. All right, so bring one foot in front of the other. Toes are forward. There's about, I don't know, a foot or so in between your feet here. We're going to lift the toes of the front foot off of the ground, and then we hinge forward from the hips. Okay, your chair's out on front. You can hold on to it. You can always drop your hands toward your leg. And then if you want something a little bit deeper, we bend the back knee like we're going to sit down, like we're sitting our hips down. Good. You should feel a stretch all the way up the back of the leg here, especially through this hamstring. Good. And we'll go ahead and switch. So start with your feet forward about a foot in between the 2 feet, maybe a little bit farther. Lift the toes of the front foot, and then we'll hinge forward. Ooh, and then if you'd like something more, we bend the back knee. Good, that should feel good. Keeping a slight bend in the knee. We don't ever want to hyperextend the knees. So keeping a slight bend in the knee. In the leg that's extended, we want to take that hip and pull it toward the back wall. So we're trying to keep these hips aligned here. Good. Fantastic job. We are working on strengthening these legs, which is such an important part of our overall stability and balance. And ultimately, we're doing this because we want to be able to continue doing what we love with the people we love for as long as possible. So that's why we're doing it. That's our motivation. So on those days where you just feel tired and you don't feel like doing this anymore, just keep going at it. Just remember your motivation. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.